we've talked about our friendship before, but one of the things that I remembered giving me a lot of solace was I thought because I came from the East Coast and had gone to this whatever, very academic school and I hadn't had any training in acting or anything or written professionally. And I come out to LA and I felt very self-conscious and then I go to this improv class and I noticed the person who I thought was the funniest, most interesting person in the room, Lisa, and I started talking to her, and she's just graduated from Vassar, and she's pre-med, and no one in her family's done this.
Right. And your mom went to Vassar.
Yeah,
that
my
was
mom.
The other thing. You're like, oh, my mom went there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you graduate, I don't know if that's everybody, but the first thing you ask someone who looks around the same age is, so where'd you go to school?
Yeah. Yeah, and so I don't know.
Do I know anyone there? Do we have anyone in common? Yeah.
But it just felt like, well, wait a minute, she's doing this, and she seemed very confident and like, well, this is what I'm going to do. And
well, I was confident once I saw you in the class, and I figured out what to do based on what you were doing because I didn't understand the terminology at all. Like commit. It's like I don't know what that means. Commit.
Right.
Commit to being an actor. I don't know what that means.
Right.
Yeah, but you didn't see me do anything. I made a beeline for you right after you did the, space ball or lift a disc.
All this embarrassing stuff that you do.
But you did it with commitment. You weren't making a meal out of everything. You were just doing it, and you just looked like you actually were lifting a disc or you actually were throwing a ball, and everybody else was anger, and I thought I can't be part of this. I can't. I just can't. And you didn't, and I made a beeline for you.
Oh.
And said, "Hi, that was really good. I'm Lisa."
Well, one of the things that's funny is you and I are both. We were in improv together for all these. That's how we really got started. And there's aspects of improv it's embarrassing.
Yes.
There are parts, and it's so funny because you're an incredible improviser, and I moved on, got a writing job in New York at SNL. So Greg and I left. So I was gonna, I think, be in the Groundlings. I was just about to go into it when I had to leave, and we had done all these classes.
He was absolutely going to get voted into the Sunday Company.
Which was going to mean a lot to me. And then it's like, nope, paying job, got to go. But what I recall most from that period was there's a side of both of us, this is a similarity we have, where we want to do it, but there's some embarrassing stuff that goes with doing improv and acting, these kind of exercises. And neither one of us had much patience for it. And I thought, is there something wrong with us? And I'm a fan of the show Hacks. And I was watching the 3rd season of Hacks. And there's this great scene where Jean Smart agrees to do some improv. And she goes backstage, and all these kids at I forget where it is.
It was on a university campus.
It was on a university campus. And they're all saying, hey, let's do zip, zap, zoom. Zip, zap, 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 zoom. And she's there, and she's established as one of the great comics of all time, and she's achieved everything. And she goes, let's not do that. Let's just not do that. And then they're like, okay, let's do bip bop boo, a bip bop boo, and then they're pretending to throw things at each other. And I thought it was such a great scene, and I thought of you because we've had it since where you and I have been asked to do improv.
Yes.
And
that's what I was thinking.
For a good cause.
Uh-huh.
And you and I will show up. And once again,
let's do warm-ups, everybody.
We're in an alley. We're in an alley.
Oh, no.
Well, literally, remember this one? We were literally in an alley, like down by Sawtell or so. We were in an alley outside with about 11 people. And it was for a good cause, but they said, okay, we're going to raise some money tonight. We're all going to go out there. And first of all, it was way too many people.
Yeah.
I think if there's 40 people doing improv scenes together, I just think this is insanity.
Yeah.
And then they were saying, let's go bip. I'll say bip bop bibbity bee. And then you say zip dop dibbity doo. And so I stopped it and said, is it okay if I'll write you guys a check? tell me what my presence here will raise for this really good cause, and I'll write you a check. And then I just want to go home. And of course, people were like, dude, what happened to you, man? You know, like I was letting down, you know, you lost the improv spirit. I'm like, I never liked this part. I always hated
and
this.
then I'm the just like this coward or get along to go along who's like, sure. And then it's my turn. I just don't do it. Oh, no, it's called passive aggressive. That's what it's called.
Tell me more about this passive aggressive. I'd like to learn how to do it.
Not that it's funny because it's ironic, but no, but that's, by the way, we also have that in common.
Yes.
We're so much therapy to stop being passive aggressive or manipulative in any way.
But then I'm just passive aggressive to the therapist. I'm like, oh, well, that's a good. It's good advice. That's really good advice.
Is that passive aggressive? Shit. I thought that was just
Dick being an asshole.
no. Now, am I in trouble? Because no, that's very kind of you. Therapy's not the place to say exactly what you think. Because then the therapist can turn on you.
Right.
Oh, no.
Never
Wow,
show
I'm
a
in trouble.
therapist your vulnerability. That's one thing I've learned. Because then they'll use that to try and get you.
I know. By the way, this is not a bit for me. I mean every word I've just said. And I've learned a lot. I got to go.
Not until my blood pressure settles.